occupy their respective seats. May we start, sir? Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to one and all present over here. Honorable Principal, respected Vice Principal, respected Head Officer, beloved teachers, respectful judges, and all the cadets of SSI. We just have witnessed the performance of the cadets of SSI in the Hindi debate. Now, we'll have English debate for both senior and junior division. Before proceeding, I would like to highlight the rules and regulations of today's debate competition. All participants will be bounded with 4 parameters. They are content 20 points, pronunciation 10 points, rebuttal 10 points, fluency 10 points, and the total point is 50. Each debater will be given a time of 5 minutes. Warning bell will be given at 4th minute like this. And the final bell will be given at the 5th minute like this. The first and second speaker will be given 2 minutes for rebuttal in the end of senior division. And we have respectful judges of the competition, Principal Madam, Squadron Leader V. Aviankar, retired, the First Lady of SSI, Mrs. Damhoi Kim Chote, English PRT, SFS, Office Superintendent of SSI, Mr. K. Samarjit. And the scorers for today's English debate are Mr. Sochain, Assistant Master in Science, Mr. Basanta, the School Librarian, and myself, Cadet Jitsunomai Kapam, MC of today's event, and to my right is Cadet Korobasana, the timekeeper. Firstly, the inter-house debate for junior division will be conducted. 2 participants from each house of Netaji, Raman, Shivaji, and Tagore house will share their views on the topic homework should be abolished. So my best wishes to all the participants to perform their level best. Now, may I call up Cadet Chanekia Oinam of Tagore House, item number 4172, to speak.
I am so twisted up that I could saw my head off. Good afternoon, everybody. Respected Principal, Vice Principal, Adam Officers, Senior Master, Mr. Speaker Sir, Judges, Teachers, Brothers, Sisters, and all of my dear friends. Today I, Cadet Chanakya Hoina of Class 8A, Tagore House, would like to stand for the motion of the House that states homework should be abolished. Homework, or in other words, the worst burden on a student, is known by everyone. Everybody had to face this abhorrent, confusing, boring, repetitive, terrible, awful, unpleasant, and horrible piece of assignment. Everybody knows it. No one likes it. Homework is super helpful in learning and processing the material learned in class, said by no kid ever. Is there anyone in the audience who likes homework? Now, going to the topic more formally, homework significantly affects the mental and physical health of students. In fact, less than 1% of students did not cite homework as a primary stressor. Moreover, research has been unable to prove that homework increases student performance. It rather creates the habits of procrastination and memorization of concepts instead of the comprehension. There are different homework policies around the world. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development keeps check on such policies and compares the amount students of different countries. For example, an average high school student in the US has to spend around 6 hours a day doing homework, while in Finland, the amount of time spent in studying after school is much significantly less. Nevertheless, these exactly are the Finnish students which lead the world in global scores in math and science. In fact, according to OECD, the more students associate themselves with homework, the worse they perform in school. It's typical for a high school student to say no to their homework. I'm sure all the students present here will agree with me, but it's not just because it's annoying. Studies show that it actually doesn't provide any benefit to the student. Homework has many students staying up late. Unhealthy sleeping schedules lead to negative behavior changes. Depression, weight loss, and distraction from access to free time are some of the consequences of too much homework. Investing an excessive amount of energy in homework implies that students are not gathering their basic necessities and other abilities. Students with a lot of homework are bound to stay away from activities like games, playing instruments, or even learning a new language. Thus, in a debate on whether homework should be abolished, it ought to be understood that in case there is lesser homework, students will be more capable to complete their assigned tasks, have a more prominent feeling of achievement, and they could invest more energy into their advantages. A student going to school resembles regular work like adults. Schools at the most part start at around 8 a.m. or even at 7:30 a.m. and end at 2:30 p.m. That is around 7 hours of school students spend in school each day. Include the extracurricular activities or even the homework, it amounts to an additional 3 hours of school-related work. A student on a typical day goes through no less than 10 hours of school-related work each day. Is this not a lot of stress we are putting our youngsters through? Now, I understand the people with their opinion being opposed to mine. Homework causes good stress too, teaches us time management skills and how to cope up with adult life. But as a teenager, you're not necessarily an adult either. Teenagers are supposed to be enjoying things in their lives. Life isn't all rainbows and sparkles, and I acknowledge that, but it isn't all that serious either. We all are students or have been students at some point of time, and we all know the burden of homework. So, with our facts and figures, thank you.
Practice makes a man perfect. The famous inventor of the world, Sir Thomas Alva Edison, who invented electric light and bulb and phonography, quoted that I have not failed. I have just found the 10,000 ways that will work. Good afternoon to all, Mr. Principal, Sir, Vice Principal, Administrative Officer, judges, beloved teachers, and my beloved friends. Today, I, Amon Balona, exam number D273 of Class 9, representing our House, will be speaking against the motion of the House, homework should be abolished. Mr. Speaker, sir, one of the great scientists, Thomas Alva Edison, invented electric light after practicing more than 10,000 times. Everybody knows that practice is required, and homework is a set of tasks assigned to students to be completed outside the classroom for the practice. Mr. Speaker, sir, according to research conducted by Duke University psychology professor, Mr. Harris Cooper, there was a positive relation between a homework and a student achievement. He found out that homework can help students perform better at school. My fellow member sitting at the supporting bench may say it's a waste of time and encroaches on important family time. It lowers their motivation and intrinsic interest in academic subjects and blah 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 or not. But the reality is that students can really reap the benefits even in their professional lives. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me share some of the benefits of homework. Number one is that this promotes self-learning. Students will get more time to review the content, and this promotes self-learning. As they say, self-help is the best help. Is this not a big advantage of homework? Going on, students learn the importance of time management. Students will also learn to complete their homework within deadlines by learning to prioritize their time. It helps them understand the importance of time management. Going on, this enables parents to track a student's performance. Parents can access how well their children are doing with regard to academic performances by checking their homework. This gives parents a chance to discuss with teacher about improving their child's academic performances at school. Helps in building learning new skills. Homework is a great way to get students into learning new skills such as libraries, reference materials, and computer websites to find more information about the homework. Going on, that helps in developing positive attitude towards learning. This homework, students get a positive attitude towards learning. Homework is a great way to get that. Going on, this encourages in-depth understanding of the concept. Homework allows students to go over the subject in a more detailed manner, and this gives students a chance to recall and go over the content. Going on, that improves memory. While doing homework, students will also revise what they have taught in the classroom, what they have been learned in the classroom, and this will improve their memory and honing their learning skills. Students learn responsibility. When students do their homework daily, they understand that doing their homework is their responsibility. This makes them responsible as a person. So these were some points that clearly show that homework is essential for the student. Mr. Speaker, sir, according to National Education Policy 2020, which is against rote memory but aims for the holistic development of the student, also mentioned that a maximum of 2 hours a day of classes 9 to 12 and only 1 hour a day for classes 6 to 8, have been mentioned. It does not mention about the abolishment of homework. Members sitting in the supporting bench, I request you to please analyze the topic. I repeat, please analyze and understand the topic properly. The topic is homework should be abolished, which means it will be completely stopped. Members, I hope if you understand the topic already, you will change the side. Mr. Speaker, sir, considering all the given points, knowing the advantages and disadvantages of homework, please have a thought process, and we all, including member of the supporting bench, will rise hands to claim that the motion of the House should not be passed. Thank you.
The next Osbaji, item number 4.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Vice Principal, Administrative Officer, Honorable Principal, teachers, my dear brothers, sisters, and friends. Today, in this inter-house English debate competition for junior, I would like to speak for the motion of the House. And I'm Cadet Anis Kangabong, admission number 404, representing Shivaji House from class 8. To begin with, I would say I strongly support today's motion of the House. Many children nowadays have fear in their mind that they will be beaten or scolded by the teacher if their homework is done wrongly. Mr. Speaker, sir, homework is the root cause of stress and depression for children. Will students be able to learn when their mind is full of fear and anxiety? No, it is not possible. In schools, administration and government agencies are giving more focus to games, sports, and co-curricular activities. It is to develop personalities of the students. So, the question is homework comparable to these activities? Obviously, the answer is no. Many activities like homeworks are performed in school. If I have to mention some of the activities, there is class tests, oral tests, and so on. If we are judicious to teaching learning process, homework is a waste of time and gives a lot of stress to a child. Many people may say that without homework, achievement of aim or objective is not fulfilled. But it is a misconception. A person's success is not determined by homework, but it is to be determined by his performance in exams and outdoor activities. Students study more when exams are conducted more often. Not to be rude, but giving homework more often is a way to indicate that teachers are not teaching properly. On the other hand, I would like to ask a question. Will teachers be able to teach efficiently when most of his or her time is taken away in checking homework? So, it is very much needed that homework be abolished. It is a teacher that hinders the learning tempo of a child. Parents and teachers always feel that students do not study for homework, but they do not know that students need help from teachers and guides to do homework completely. So, in the current system of education, students are misguided. It leads to a child discomfort in his homework and studies. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, we need to filter the mind of parents and teachers who pressurize their children without knowing their main purpose of being a guardian. A student who performs wonderfully well in sports and co-curricular activities is often discriminated when he or she fails to do their homework. They think that they never study instead of thinking that they need support as they lack knowledge though they are good in outdoor activities. First of all, they need to form a bridge between books and outdoor activities to make the balance. So, fear and stress given by homework always brings down a child. It cannot In conclusion, I would like to say that homework should be abolished and the motion of the House should be passed. Thank you, everyone.